Okay, we're now live on YouTube. For the record, this is position 7 on today's calendar. Today is July 6, 2022. I have Briar Hill 563 as the plaintiffs versus Tara Whitehead. Mr. Phillips is present here representing Briar Hill 563, and Ms. Whitehead is here. I read your answer, Ms. Whitehead. Mr. Phillips, just put on your case.
Thank you, Your Honor. This case was filed for non-payment of rent beginning in June of 2021. And I'll just call my first witness. Oh, and just before we get too far, I do want to let the court know that I believe Ms. Whitehead is actually vacating the property today. So that may make things a little easier because I think the only thing we're talking about here is money.
Okay.
And Ms. Whitehead can confirm that.
Is that true, Ms. Whitehead? You're still muted.
I'm sorry, Judge Gardner.
No
Me
problem.
and the management had an agreement and she reneged today. So
Miss Whitehead.
Yes.
The question that's on the floor now is whether you are going to vacate the premises today.
No, I want to take it to trial because I was told a bunch of lies. I had written assistance through the courthouse.
Hold on, Miss Whitehead. So let me explain something to you. Because Briar Hill 563 is trying to evict you, they have to present evidence first. And you'll have every right and ability to respond.
Okay.
So that's where things gotta go in some kind of order.
Right.
So I'm gonna swear you in now.
Okay.
Raise your right hand. I'm sorry, man.
No, I just want to know, do I have time to get my attorney on the phone because we dropped the case because we had came to agreement. So I don't have nobody to defend me. Okay,
and you did say that. Who is your attorney?
I had Patrick. He's a legal aid, and I also after I spoke with Patrick for a couple of months, he had told me that the office didn't have the funds to fund my case, so I went and got me another attorney. So I still have that one. I still have that second attorney on backup.
And what is the second attorney's name?
I have to get into my phone to get the information, and I don't want to come out this. I have to get into my phone.
Okay.
It's a law firm that I prepay every month. I pay them a fee every month. I've been doing it for like 2 years, so I have them on backup.
So that's like prepaid legal?
Yes.
Your Honor, there's no entry of appearance in this case, and I have not been contacted by any attorney representing her in this matter.
You never spoke to Patrick, Mr. Russell. You never spoke to Patrick.
Miss Whitehead. I promise you're gonna get everything out that you want to say. Okay?
Yeah, it's not so much of what I want to say. I just feel like I'm being bullied.
Miss Whitehead, I have to kind of break this down. This is the first time I'm meeting you. Okay?
Yes.
So let me swear you in first, okay? Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear affirm any statements you make during this proceeding shall be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, the lawyer that you said you had on backup. The lawyer is supposed to file an entry of appearance. Ma'am, please don't smoke in court.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. The lawyer is supposed to file an entry of appearance. That's how everybody know that the lawyer is in fact representing you. I don't see an entry of appearance that's been filed. And it looks like
Hello?
yes, ma'am. I'm looking at the notes here. Looks like a court notice was sent out on June 28th. When you received the court notice, did you contact this lawyer that you had on backup?
Yes, I have. I've been trying to get her. She's been asking me to fax the paperwork and stuff that I have. And we've been trying to get that back and forth, but we had problems getting the paperwork to her. She kept saying she wasn't receiving it through email. So I have to bring her all the paperwork physically up to the office because she's not receiving it through email correctly. She said it's not coming in. It's all because I have a copier with the scanner, and I've been scanning the information and sending it over to her like that. And it was certain paperwork that she was missing that she needed for the case.
So this is out of order. And what I mean by that is the lawyer should have been the person that was actually doing the work, not having the client do the work for the lawyer.
Right. That happened with when I had the legal aid, Patrick. I don't know why he never put an entry in or anything like that. He the one that kept me updated with when they filed paperwork in the courts and everything. So I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. But I'm happy I do have that prepaid lawyer that I've been paying for 2 years.
So, but you don't know who that lawyer is.
I do. I have the law firm. It's the law firm in Marietta. I have to get in touch with them, and I have to get into my phone because I only saved the number in my phone. I saved all the information in my phone, and I don't want to back out of this Zoom and lose my connection.
No, I understand that. This is the problem that you're going to encounter. A number of times people come to court on the day of the trial and they say, I have a lawyer, but that lawyer has not filed an entry. And unless and until the lawyer files an entry, you don't have a lawyer as far as the court is concerned. Because this, let me go back and look at this. And so, Mr. Phillips, according to what I'm looking at, the case was originally filed February 18th of this year.
Yes, Your Honor.
And looks like service was by tack and nail on, I see 5/2/22, and I also see 5/7/22.
Your Honor, I don't know what you're looking at.
It says service postcard. I'm actually looking at the case docket from the clerk's office.
Okay. Per Clayton County's online system, this case was served via, no, wait a minute, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong case.
The case number I have is 2022 CM 02816.
Yes. It looks like it was served on February 22nd, 2020. Oh, unable to serve. And then there was an amendment and it was served on May 2nd.
Yes.
So, I mean, she was served over 2 months ago.
Yes. Miss okay, let me first get some questions just fleshed out. Miss Phillips, in the breakout room, was there or was there not an agreement for you to leave or vacate the premises today?
You mean Ms. Whitehead?
Is that for
Yes,
Ms. Whitehead or Mr. Phillips?
Miss Whitehead, I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. We didn't come to agreement in the breakout room.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I misunderstood that then. And this is a trial on both issues.
Okay. All right. Well, what I'm going to do, Ms. Whitehead, is I'm going to move forward with the trial here today. You, of course, will have the ability to appeal if you so choose. But if I find in favor of the plaintiff, you'll have to place a certain amount into the registry of the court every month while the appeal is pending.
Can you explain that to me a little bit?
Which basically means like the rent that you would owe. If I find on behalf of the plaintiff, I will issue or check the box for you to be able to appeal, but you're gonna have to put the money into the registry of the court.
That's no problem. I've been trying to pay the rent through the courts for months.
Okay, so just so
But they
you know,
wouldn't accept my rent in the office.
they can't. They once the dispossessory is filed, if they accept rent, then the case gets dismissed and starts over again.
Right.
So,
I understand what you mean.
right. Okay. So, Mr. Phillips, call your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Ford, first, will you please raise your right hand? Your Honor, do you want to swear her in or do you want me to?
You can swear her in.
Okay, Ms. Ford, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right. Please state your name and occupation to the board.
My name is Gwendolyn Ford, and I'm a multi-site manager.
Is one of the sites Briar Hill 563?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long have you been the manager at Briar Hill?
7 months.
All right. Are you familiar with Tara Whitehead?
Yes, sir.
All right. And do you have a lease agreement with Ms. Whitehead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How much is the monthly rent?
$850.
All right. And are there any late fees associated with the lease agreement?
Yes, it's $100 after the 5th.
$100 after the 5th. Okay.
Yes.
And when was the last time that Ms. Whitehead made a payment?
I have no payments on I have no payments from Miss Whitehead since August of 2021.
Okay, so the last payment was July of 2021, is that correct?
Well, that's when we took over, but it was no previous payments, but we only started from August.
Okay, so the first missing payment is from August 2021, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And what is Miss Whitehead's current balance?
One second. It was 11,000. Give me 1 second. Sorry. It's $11,419, but that is as the system have her moving out as of today.
Okay.
So that's just for.
All right. And since you filed this case in
you were buffering, Mr. Phillips.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Your phone's breaking up.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm using Gwinnett County's internet.
Okay.
Ms. Ford, since you filed this case in February, has Ms. Whitehead made any payments?
No, sir, none.
All right, and to the best of your knowledge, is she still in possession of the property?
Yes, sir.
All right. Your Honor, that's it for me for now. I open Ms. Ford up to the cross.
Okay. Ms. Whitehead, do you have any questions for Ms. Ford?
Yes, housing, I made an appointment with Housing Code 3 months ago to report the status of this house. And they have been trying to get in touch with the office. I don't know what for. They're supposed to come out and inspect my apartment where I'm at. I'm still waiting for them to come out because of the.
Hold on. That's a statement.
Okay, no, I don't have any questions for her.
Okay. Any other evidence you intend to present, Mr. Phillips?
No, Your Honor. At this point, we're just asking the court for a writ of possession to issue in 7 days, as Ms. Whitehead is still in possession of the property. And since my client has testified that payment has not been made since, well, the first missing payment was August of 2021. We're just asking for a money judgment for past due rent at a rate of $850 per month, beginning in August 2021 through July 13th. And I have the total amount right here. In the total amount of $9,706.46.
$9,764.40.
$9,706.46, and that's rent at $850 per month, as that was what was requested in the actual filing.
Okay. Ms. Whitehead, now this is your opportunity to tell me what you want me to know.
Okay, Judge Gardner. I moved in June 1st of 2021. The next month, the complex was bought out. From July of 2021, I have been harassed by this new management. They told me I didn't have a lease. They told me I was squatting. They had officers come to my house to try to put me out, and I showed them my lease. They said that I had a correct lease. then like recently, I'm gonna say about 2-3 months ago, Miss Ford came. I don't know her last name, but she came and told me that she do see that I have a lease, and they no, I was never offered to move into a remodel apartment. I told them I was willing to pay the higher rent, which was $12.75, I think it was, long as they moved me in another apartment that's more suitable, because the floors and stuff is sinking in over here. And my gas line from my apartment is attached to another apartment. So I'm paying somebody else's gas bill. And the gas company have been coming out here cutting my gas off because they said that it's the pipes that I have on my water pipe on my gas thing is illegal. They said the type of
Your Honor, hearsay.
I can show
Sustained.
Yolanda,
Miss Whitehead, remember, you gotta take a breath. We don't need to like argue or go back and forth with each other. You cannot in a trial tell me what somebody else said. So the objection will be sustained.
No, I'm not saying I have the paperwork. I forward the counter suit. That's the part of the counter suit that I have the gas papers where they have it on my gas pipe, where my gas is not operational because of the pipes that's on it. And I've been living like this since. See, the whole thing is when I moved in the apartment in June, the prior management had promised, they said they had a couple of things to do after I move in. They sold the property. So I got stuck with a $500 gas bill every month and the living conditions that I'm in. So when the new management came in, they came in my house. They looked at my water pipe. They went in my laundry room. They looked at everything. And they said that they was going to bring me a new water boiler that next week or whatever. They never came back. They said they were going to do inspections in the apartment. They never came out and do inspections of the apartment. I have been reaching out to several people to try to get help. I don't know where to go to get help, but I have been paying to fix stuff in my apartment on my own to keep it running. Like this complex where I live at, the power is already on. They tell you to switch the power in your name. I've done that since I moved in. At all my utilities in my name. I pay for my own utilities. The other apartments, they might have utilities included, but I don't have utilities included. I pay for all my utilities. But the thing is, where the problem ran in at, they didn't do the repairs that they said they were going to do. They kept telling me they were going to come fix the gas thing. They never fixed it. Every time I have to call a gas company out, they come out. They'll because I always smell. It's a gas leak, a gas smell. I keep smelling. So when I call the gas company and let them know I smell gas, they'll come out here. They've been out here like 4 times behind the gas leak, and they said they keep telling me I have the wrong pipe.
Objection, Your Honor.
See, Miss Whitehead, when you say they keep telling or they said, that's hearsay.
Okay, I have the paperwork.
On your answer, I saw that you have that written on your answer, the stuff about the gas, but I didn't see any actual documents.
I scanned it. I scanned it off my off the gas pipe because it's hanging on the gas pipe in the utility closet. They had they put them little yellow and red warning things on it. Every time they come out here. It's one hanging on there now.
So you had said earlier that it was on your answer.
Yeah. I filed it. When I filed it, I scanned the letter that the hanger that they hung on the gas pipe in my thing. And actually the guy that's who I got introduced. That's how I got introduced to housing code, because he said I need to contact housing code.
Objection.
Sustained. Remember, Miss Whitehead, you can't say what somebody else told you.
Okay. So how do I?
I don't see what you're saying that you scanned in. I see. I'll tell you what I'm looking at. Looking at your answer that was filed on May 6th of
Mhm.
this year, and you said that you are the person named. You said they refused your rent from the
Rent assist from the program. Yes. It's through the courts. I went through the courts. That link that y'all sent us if we need rent assistance, I
Right.
applied through them. And when I followed up with them, they said that they denied the assistance.
So when you say them, you're talking about
This was
right.
that right. That was before Ms. Ford got in the office.
Miss Whitehead, please let me get the question out.
I'm sorry.
So when you say them, is that Briar Hill? Because both the landlord and the tenant have to agree.
Right. Ms.
So,
Ford, but this was going on before Ms. Ford got in. It was another lady. I don't remember her name, but it was another lady in the office before Ms. Ford got in it.
So it is Briar Hill. So the answer to my
Yes.
question is yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it is Briar Hill. But
Okay.
Miss Ford wasn't the one. She's the only one that we can talk to. The other lady that was in that office, we would not be able to talk to her or anything. And she's the one that denied the rent assistance from the program.
Okay.
But she's not with the company anymore for some reason. That's when they brought Miss Ford in.
Okay. So
What
you
the bottom line is, Judge, they was basically trying to bully me out. They was telling me I was living here illegally. I didn't have a lease. I went through that for 6 months, that they were telling me I don't belong here and I didn't have a lease. And I just picked an apartment and moved in it. Mr. Russell have been trying to he's been filing eviction notices on me in every apartment except for mine in this complex. He filed four evictions on me
Section,
in
Your
different
Honor,
apartments.
this is irrelevant.
Miss I'm gonna sustain that. You have a counterclaim for $6,500. How did you get to that?
All the repairs I have made in this house and dealing with that gas bill.
Do you have receipts for the work that you had?
Yes, I do.
In the
Yes,
house?
I do.
So the way that you would generally deal with that is if there are repairs that you believe that you had to make, you make those repairs and then submit the receipts along with your rent. Okay. You
Okay. They wasn't accepting anything from me.
I understand. Let me ask this question. If all of this was going on since August of 2021, why didn't you engage the lawyer faster?
I know I've had a lawyer all this time. I had a legal aid all this time, and the legal aid is the one that came up with the agreement when she put on Miss Ford put on my door cash for keys. And I called him, I faxed him the paperwork. He said, well, Tara, it sounds like a good deal. You want to take it? You want to leave? I said, I do want to get out of here. And he said, and he typed up a letter and sent it to Miss Ford.
Did he
That's what
send you? Did he send you a copy of that letter?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He sent her a copy and me a copy. At that time, she told me
Hold on, Miss Whitehead, because I'm trying to walk us through this whole process.
Okay.
So, do you still have the
Yes, I
agreement?
do. Yes, I do.
Have you shared that with Mr. Phillips?
No, I haven't. I've been trying to. My lawyer told me not to contact Mr. Phillip. He said he'll contact him. He said don't contact him because I've been trying to get in contact with Mr. Phillips since the eviction been filed at different apartments. I was trying to call him and let him know that I live in apartment A and he keeps filing eviction in different apartments in the complex.
So, Mr. Phillips, may I ask your client a question?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Ford, did you receive a copy of this letter from any person alleging that they were Miss Whitehead's lawyer?
No, I have the letter, and it came from Mrs. Whitehead's email. It says it on the top. She sent this to my email.
I didn't send it to him. I didn't send you. I didn't send. He sent the letter to me, and I forwarded it to you.
Okay, so
I didn't type it up. Right.
So, Miss
That's what I said.
I'm sorry. So, Miss Whitehead, you did send it to Miss Ford, but you didn't draft it.
No, I didn't draft it. The legal aid Patrick he drafted
Okay.
it, and I can witness that he drafted it.
Is there any document that shows signatures where this, because a contract is a offer, acceptance, and reliance. So it seems like there was an offer. Do you have anything, Miss Whitehead, from either Miss Ford or the Briar Hill saying
No,
that
she told me at the time that she couldn't sign it.
Miss Whitehead, please let me finish my question.
I'm sorry.
So the offer was communicated, but it sounds like she told you that she couldn't agree to that.
No, she told me she couldn't sign it. Then she told me that her boss agreed with it. And last Friday she came to my door and she said, your check is here. I said, okay, I'll be out next week. I'll be out by the time we go to court. I'll be out. So, but she thought we went to court yesterday. And I said, no, we go to court on the 6th. My stuff is in the truck outside in the front right now.
So, Miss Whitehead, when I asked you earlier, was there any agreement to move out today? It sounds like there was an agreement to move out.
No, but she's telling me, she's saying the agreement was the 24th and it wasn't on the 24th. That's what I'm saying. Nobody signed nothing. When I told my attorney, she said she couldn't sign it. He said, well, let's see what's going to happen. Then I told you last week, she called me. She came to my door and she said, your check is in. I went and got my truck and I started moving my stuff out this week. But it was July 4th, because it was the 4th, I wasn't able to get the truck on Monday. So I had to wait till yesterday to get the truck.
So, Miss Ford, do you recall receiving a check on behalf of Miss Whitehead?
Yes, sir. So I originally presented Ms. Whitehead the cash for keys agreement on mid-April. Ms. Whitehead then sent me this basically agreement, coming up with a different agreement saying that will basically say all the evictions were filed in error. At that time, I told her I could not sign it. Ms. Whitehead then basically her attorney said that this is going to be the best agreement that we can come up with, our cash for keys agreement. And she was supposed to move out on the 24th. The 24th came, Ms. Whitehead did not move out. On July 1st, I received a notice, that was last Friday, that court would be on the 6th. Ms. Whitehead came to the office and said that she'll be out on the 6th, but the cash for keys agreement was off the table because we came to court. The cash for keys agreement is agreement, so we would not have to come to court.
So let me ask this question. Do you have any documentation where she received a check?
My AirPods.
Your Honor, I
It's that
think I can clear this up.
Okay.
When Ms. Whitehead and Ms. Ford are talking about the check that was received, it was a check that was to be paid to Ms. Whitehead to vacate the property earlier than, coming to court and all that other stuff. But both parties testified that the cash for keys agreement was never signed. So
Okay.
there was never a contract there. They were trying to work it out before court. It didn't happen. So now we're here and we're having a trial.
And do you have any evidence that that check was cashed by Miss Whitehead?
No, she never received a check.
Okay. Okay.
No, I never received the check. Ms. Ford has it.
And I'm sorry, Ms. Phillips, I'm gonna let you ask questions. I'm just trying to get it clear in my mind, so that we know what we're doing.
And Your Honor, I just want to let the court know that I have a working relationship with Patrick Farnsworth, which I believe was her attorney, or she's claiming was her attorney at one point. He and I have worked on several cases together, and he knows how to get in touch with me real fast. And I checked my emails. I have not been contacted by Mr. Farnsworth related to Ms. Whitehead.
Okay. Ms. Whitehead, I'm gonna recap just so I have an understanding. You moved in July 1st.
No, I moved in June 1st of 2021.
June
June
1st
1st.
of 2021.
Yes.
And the apartment complex was sold. And so there's a new management as of August of 2021.
They told me it was July. The new lady in the Brent office said that they were bought out they bought the complex in July.
Okay, so July, there's new ownership. You said that for a while you were being told different things about whether there was a lease or not a lease, but ultimately Ms. Ford agreed that there was a lease in place, correct?
In March. Yeah, March of this year. Yes.
Okay. And so they filed the dispossessory action on February 8th of this year. And what I understand, Mr. Phillips, you're asking for, I thought I'd heard two numbers. At first I thought I heard $11,419, and then I thought I heard $9,706.46.
Yes, Your Honor. The $11,419 is the number that's on the ledger, and that includes some late fees that have accrued since then, and some other fees that were not prayed for in the original filing.
Okay.
And I make a habit of just asking for what was actually prayed for.
Okay. So do you have any questions of Ms. Whitehead, Mr. Phillips?
I do not, Your Honor, but
Okay.
I would like to ask my client some questions in rebuttal.
Sure.
I don't know if you want to allow Ms. Whitehead to close her case or whatever.
Well, Ms. Whitehead, is there anything else that you want to say to me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on right now. I basically moved in this complex in June, and my life has been tormented since I moved in this complex. I still don't understand what happened. I knew a new company bought the complex, but I don't know. I know I went to the office when Ms. Ford got there, and I said I told her I'm willing to pay the new rent, the $1,275. I'm willing to pay it if y'all can move me out and put me in one of the new remodeled apartments. Nobody never got back to me. They just basically said that I guess they wanted to get all the old tenants out that was paying the old rent, that knows the complex. They wanted to get us out. But see, I just moved in June, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know the turmoil that was going on in the complex. But I just basically wanted to pay my rent. Then I had the rent assistant company from through the courts. They tried to contact before Miss Ford got in there. They contact the other lady. I don't know the other lady name that was in the rent office before Miss Ford came along, but she denied the rent assistance. They was willing at that time. I had only owed like $6,000, and they was willing to pay the whole balance, and they denied it. They put me in a bad predicament where at this time I wasn't working. I'm on disability. I'm on a physical disability. So it wasn't like I was working at the time. I wasn't working, and this company was willing to help me. Now I am working. I work from home, and the company was trying to help me, and nobody would accept the help. The company I work for was trying to help me.
Okay. Mr. Phillips, you can. Ms. Ford, question, Ms. Ford.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Ford, just real quick, do you have any work orders on file for Ms. Whitehead?
No.
Has she come into the office and said anything about repair issues in her unit?
No, her first visit to the office was on July 1st.
Okay. And you don't have any records of her calling the office to report any repair issues, is that correct?
No, sir.
All right, nothing further.
Okay. All right. Well, anything in summation, Mr. Phillips?
Just real quick, Your Honor. My clients testified that rent hasn't been paid since August of 2021. Ms. Whitehead has not refuted that testimony. And in fact, she's testified that she applied for rental assistance, and the rental assistance wasn't accepted by my client. Now, of course, there's no legal obligation for the landlord to accept rental assistance. So it seems that both parties are in agreement that rent has not been paid. Ms. Whitehead has claimed several repair issues, but has not provided any hard evidence showing those repair issues. She claims that she paid for certain repairs, but has not provided those receipts to the court, nor she just provided a breakdown of what she spent. And of course, Georgia law does not allow tenants to withhold rent based on repairs, even if those repairs are legitimate. So at this point, Your Honor, we're just asking for a writ of possession to issue in 7 days and a money judgment in the amount of $9,706.46.
Okay. I'm doing this out of order, but I just want to make sure, Ms. Whitehead, that you've said everything that you need to say.
No, Your Honor, I submitted work orders to the office before Ms. Ford came in. They know the lady still works for the company. So they know I submitted orders, and Miss Ford came in my house, her and her maintenance man. They came in my house. They seen the repairs that needed to be done in the apartment.
Okay.
I didn't know I have to have her sign a paper when she come in my house, but they came in my house. They seen the repairs that need to be repaired. And this was back when they first got here. That's why I wound up contacting Housing Code, and they still haven't came out.
Okay.
I was still waiting for Housing Code to come out while we were waiting to go to court. I was waiting for Housing Code to come out.
You mean code enforcement?
Code enforcement. Yes, sir. I have a case with them, and they supposed to come out to look at the conditions that I'm living in.
Okay. I'm gonna rule on behalf of Briar Hill I'm going to issue a money judgment of $9,706.46. Ms. Whitehead will have writ of possession for 7 more days, or Briar Hill will get rid of possession after 7 days. I'm going to ask you, Mr. Phillips, to put in an appeal for $850 per month beginning on August 1st. So, Ms. Whitehead, what that means is that you can appeal.
How do I do that, Judge? How do I do that?
You would have to come down to the clerk of court.
Can I come down there today and do this?
There's nothing to appeal from right now because I haven't actually reduced it to writing.
Okay.
But if you need to be able to file an appeal, you can get that process moving.
I just want to get my lawyer back on the case while I'm doing the appeal.
You're gonna have to put the money judgment into the registry of the court, and then each month after that.
So do I need to do that today? Do I need to do that today?
No, ma'am. I'm gonna get this out, Mr. Phillips. Can you get this to me no later than tomorrow morning?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll get you all these orders hopefully by 3 o'clock this afternoon. So.
Okay. So what's going to happen, Ms. Whitehead?
Yes.
If you have the ability to go over in the morning, you can do that.
Okay, I will do that. And do I do it when I go up there? You said start. When do I need to give them the $850? The court's the $850.
Well, it's gonna be you're gonna have to pay into the registry of the court the entire amount. Correct, or am I wrong, Mr. Phillips?
I'm pretty sure that's correct. Let me look at the judgment form just to clarify.
I'm sorry, the entire. I don't understand.
So what happens is,
how does the appeal work? Explain that to me.
That's what I'm trying to do,
okay,
Ms. Whitehead, and I'm gonna please ask you to wait for me to finish talking. And
okay.
Ms. Mosley, I'm gonna come to you. I see what you placed in the chat. But go ahead, Ms. Mosley.
Okay, when filing, excuse me, when filing an appeal, you will have to pay the past due judgment amount along with the court costs, along with the appeal costs, in order for it to remain safer that you don't have to move out until it goes up to the higher courts. If you fail to pay the past due judgment, then the plaintiff is entitled to a writ of possession.
Which means they get possession of the property.
But we'll proceed on with the appeal.
And so just so you understand, Ms. Whitehead, the reason that it's like that is you get the benefit of staying in the property while the appeal goes forward. And
so I have to pay the whole $9,000 before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So you get the benefit of staying in the property, and the landlord, if they win on appeal, the money is already into the court. And so they then would just ask for the court to sign an order releasing the money to them. But you're going to have to pay every month beginning August 1st, $850. And if you miss a payment, your appeal will be dismissed.
I understand. Judge, I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I did find another program that's willing to pay my back rent. can the assistance come from them? Because they're willing to help me.
The short answer is that I believe so. But you would have to speak directly to those individuals so that they can tell you exactly what they're willing to do.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. All right. Mr. Phillips, thank you. You may be excused. Ms. Ford, you may be excused. And Ms. Whitehead, you may be excused.